YouTube! Imagine surviving an atomic bomb, and then just 3 days later surviving a second atomic bomb. This isn't a movie plot. This is Tsutomu Yamaguchi's real life story. God, I hope I said that correctly. Today we're going to be diving into one of the most unbelievable stories of survival that I have ever heard of. Yamaguchi is the only officially recognized person by the Japanese government to survive both atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki of 1945 during World War II. Let's break down how this even happened and how he lived to tell the tale. Yamaguchi was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries in 1945. He lived in Nagasaki, but in early August he traveled to Hiroshima for a business trip. Talk about some bad timing. On August 6th of 1945, he was just wrapping things up at work and was heading to a train to head back to Nagasaki. Suddenly, the sky flashed white. At 8:15 a.m., the U.S. dropped the first atomic bomb, codenamed Little Boy, on Hiroshima. The bomb was dropped from the plane Enola Gay. Yamaguchi was about 2 miles from ground zero. The blast threw him into the air, ruptured his eardrums, and left severe burns all throughout his body. The bomb took 45 seconds to reach its destination point from when it was dropped by the Enola Gay. Everything below the detonation point was instantly incinerated. A very large blast wave followed. This blast wave was reported to have been felt 37 miles away. He somehow crawled to a shelter and spent the night surrounded by the devastation. Despite being heavily burned and nearly dead, the only thought that went through his mind is, I have to get home to my family and warn them. So the next day, he began his journey back to Nagasaki. Himself and a co-worker was able to find a functioning train that would give them a ride back to Nagasaki. During this train ride, he would recount seeing the devastation the bomb left behind. The train reached a point to where it wasn't able to continue going on. So Yamaguchi only had one option, and that was to swim across a lake that would allow him to continue on foot to get back home to Nagasaki. Yamaguchi recounted that while he was swimming through this lake, he would have to move bodies away to make a path so that he could reach shore. Yamaguchi arrived home in Nagasaki on August 8th. From there, he was able to start warning people and go see a doctor over his injuries. Unfortunately, not many people would believe him. I mean, this was the first atomic bomb, and people just thought he was crazy. Then, the very next day, August 9th, he returned to work. Keep in mind that this man was severely burned, his eardrums were ruptured, he had just gotten home to see his family and go see a doctor, and he's right back at work. Pure dedication. He also wanted to get back to work so that he could help with the rebuilding process due to the damage the bomb had left behind. While at work, he would try to call his boss to let him know of what happened in Hiroshima about the bomb. All his bosses just thought he was crazy and would just ask him if he was okay. Then on August 9th at 11:02 a.m., this is while he is on the call with his boss who just told him he was crazy, the second bomb, codenamed Fat Man, would be dropped on Nagasaki. He was inside a reinforced building this time, which likely saved his life. The shock wave blew out windows, and he was injured again, but somehow survived the second blast too. His home was destroyed, but his wife and baby had also survived because they had gone into a tunnel for shelter before it was dropped. The injuries he sustained from both of the nuclear explosions were hearing loss in his left ear, baldness, and his kids would later explain that he spent a lot of time wrapped in bandages as they were growing up. His wife also suffered radiation poisoning from the black rain exposure after the Nagasaki explosion. She would end up dying in 2008 at the age of 88 from kidney and liver cancer. His three children reported suffering from health problems as well, and they blamed that on part of their parents suffering from radiation poisoning. Despite this, Yamaguchi lived a long life, eventually dying at the age of 93 in 2010 from stomach cancer. For decades, he rarely spoke about this situation. Later in life, he became an advocate for nuclear disarmament. In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a survivor of both bombings. It is worth mentioning, though, that several people fled from Hiroshima to Nagasaki after the first bomb was dropped. But he is the only officially recognized person to survive both of those. Yamaguchi once said, "The reason that I hate the atomic bomb is because of what it does to the dignity of human beings." His story is not just about survival, it's a powerful reminder of what humanity is capable of, both in destruction and resilience. I am Cheap. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you'd like to further support the channel, consider becoming a member. With all that said, I'll catch you all in the next one.